Welcome, dear students. Starting our 33rd lesson, and topic is tenses part 7. And today we will be discussing uses of forms of future tense. And first, we will start with uses of simple future tense. As you know, in simple future tense, we use will or shall as helping verbs plus the base form of the verb, as you can see it here. So its first use of simple future tense. The simple future tense is used to talk about things which we can't control. That means they are beyond our control. It expresses the future as fact or the coming times as fact. For example, I shall be 30 next Monday. So it's beyond our control. We can't control it, and it is going to happen in the future times. So we have used I shall, and then the be, it is the base form of the verb. We have used it here next Monday, but at the same time it's future and it's a fact. Or it will be Christmas in a week. Again, we are referring to future, and at the same time, that time the future is a fact, and we have used will plus the base form of the verb. So, first use of simple future tense is that it is used about, as we know, it's about used about future, but at the same time, when future is used as a fact, and it's also beyond our control. Next, we use I will, that means simple future tense, when we decide to do something at the time of speaking. For example, it's raining, I will take an umbrella. So it's decided at the time of speaking. Or, what would you like to drink? I will have an orange juice, please. However, if something has already been decided or arranged for the future, then we don't use will to talk about those actions. Instead, present continuous is used in those situations. For example, I am going on holiday next week. That means it has already been decided or arranged. So, no doubt it's for the future, but that time we use present continuous tense. Or have a look at this example. Are you going to watch TV this evening? Again, we have used present continuous because the action has already been decided or arranged, and in that situation we use present continuous. So we can also say that when we decide something at the time of speaking, that time we use simple future tense for future actions, and if something has already been decided or arranged for the future actions, that time present continuous is used for future actions. Number 3, the simple future tense is used to talk about what we think or believe will happen in the future. So, with these phrases, with these words, like we say, I think, I don't think, probably, I expect, I am sure, I wonder, with these we use will, or we say we use the simple future tense. For example, I think Pakistan will win the match. I don't think the exam will be very difficult. I will probably, because probably is used here, be home late this evening. Or similarly, we also use will with I expect it will happen. I'm sure I will pass the test. I wonder what will happen. So with these also we use simple future tense. Number 4, we often use will in these situations. First, offering to do something. When you offer to somebody that you will do something. For example, that bag looks heavy, I will help you with it. That means you are yourself offering to help the person. So, for offering to do something, we use will as we have used here. Then, agreeing to do something. When you give a nod, yes, to do something. For example, you know that book I lent you. Can I have it back? Of course. I will give it to you this afternoon. So again, we have used will, because here the person is agreeing to do something. He is saying yes to do something, and here it is to give that book back. So we have used will. Next, promising to do something. That means when you promise to do something, that time also we use simple future tense. Thanks, for example, thanks for lending me the money. I will pay back on Friday. That means you are promising to pay back the money back. So we have used will here. Another situation is asking somebody to do something. When you ask somebody else, that means the other person to do something for you or somebody else. For example, will you please be quiet? I am trying to concentrate. So you are asking other person to be quiet. So we have used will here. Or will you shut the door please? Again, you are referring to other person and you want, then you are asking somebody else to do something. And what is that here? Shutting the door. So we have used here will and the base form of the verb. So we have used the simple future tense. Another one is when you refuses to do something. In these cases we use negative, since it's refusal, so we use negative form of will, that is will not. And will not, in shorter form we write it as won't. So won't is equivalent to, is actually will not, and it is the negative form of will. For example, I have tried to advise her, but she won't listen. That means she will not listen, and or in other words we can say it's equivalent to she refuses to listen. So we have used here will not, or we have used actually here won't. Number 5. Normally we use shall only with first person singular pronoun I and we, and mostly in questions. For example, I shall be tired this evening. Shall we go? Wait a minute. But will can also be used with I and we in case of affirmative sentences. For example, I will be tired this evening. But we don't use will with I and we in questions. And also we don't use shall with these pronouns. That means third person singular pronouns he, she, it. Second person plural pronoun you, singular pronoun you, and third person plural pronoun they. With these pronouns we use will. For example, she will get angry. We don't use shall with these pronouns, we use will. So this was for today, and in our next lesson we will discuss uses of other forms of future tense. Have Thank you. Have a nice time. Stay blessed.